Hello, this is Metroid Fighter and this is my expression-free engine. There is only 3 chips for the firing, constant value, and a ranger. We have a negate chip. The only reason for the negate chip is for the starter light, starter button, stop, which sets this value up here to 0, increase, decrease, power. You have 2 speakers, which is just set to the timing, so every time the piston is firing, you'll hear a sound. They're both set to each one of these chips. We have it color-coded for each one of the piston. This is first piston and the second. We have 2 forcers for the starter, and the only thing they're used for is to turn the engine over just to get it firing. We have a 2-cylinder engine with 2 vector thrusters on the top, and it's a weighted crankshaft, as you can see. And they will almost always return to center. Very well balanced. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. But first, as you can see, I'm not hiding any expression chips. There's no gyroscopes. There's no rangers on top of the pistons or anything, as you can see. Just my vectors and a slider. The only ranger is this one. There is no gyroscope for timing. There's no thrusters on the wheels, nothing forcing it except for the force pushing these pistons down. And these only fire down. They do not fire up. Gravity takes effect and pulls it back around. Kind of like a real engine does. Of course I can't demonstrate compression, but let's go ahead and give this a shot. You increase your power or your throttle. It's very efficient. Make sure your power is set and press the starter. And there it goes. Starter's no longer working, as you can see. Just to prove that it's no forcers are running this. There you go. No forcers. Each time one of these color plates come around, as you can watch, the Ranger for some reason has difficulties with time, but it works for the most part. But as you can see on the timing lights, each time one of these color plates comes around, it fires one set of the pistons. Here, I'll stop it. As you can see, it'll start powering down. Let's go ahead and speed this process up a little bit. Each one of the color plates comes around, as you see so. There's piston 1. This is piston 2, as you can see, right there. And if you notice, piston 1 is still on its upstroke, and once piston 1 hits its maximum, it fires back down, pushing the piston back down, while this one is just having gravity take over and the force of this piston pushing it down. This is the most, well, one of the more realistic ones I've ever found on the internet or YouTube. I always find everybody doing it with expression, with a big cylinder in the center of it, with a gyroscope and everything. Very unrealistic in design. And this is my incredibly simple engine. Well, besides building it, of course, but only uses 2 chips for firing. And you can take everything else away, and even though I'm missing my starter motor now, as you can see, you can even start this by cranking it. And there you go. And that is Metroid's very simplistic, no expression engine. Thank you. And this is Metroid Fighter, signing off.